for helping your brother-in-law, and it's been quite the situation. But what made him decide to sell his house for cash?
I think a couple of things happened. The fact that he allowed renters into his home, and in the beginning, it was working. They were paying the rent, but after a year, relationship was unfortunately ruptured, and they stopped paying rent. I would say almost a year and a half that they stopped paying rent at that house, and as a result of that, he got behind on his property taxes and his homeowners association fees due to the fact that he's only receiving a small portion of Social Security because, as you know, my sister died a couple of years ago and he was also dependent on that income. And so half of that income was gone now. He found himself in that situation. He felt that he needed to rent, but unfortunately, he just let he just advertised and did not do a credit check or do any due diligence on his part to see who he was allowing into his home. And now we're in a situation where these people don't want to leave. I think that's one of the primary reasons he got behind on his property taxes and he could no longer afford it. And we were helping him for a time to help him pay for his property taxes, but we can no longer sustain that. We have other bills to pay. And so we did recommend that he sell the house, and he was adamant for a few months, but then I think he finally realized that he needed to do something to do that.
And then how was your experience with working with us at Sellers New Day?
Well, you guys have been amazing. He could have sold his house to basically any cash buyer, his agency or company that does the same thing that you do, right? Purchase homes. And I know some of these companies and hear about these horror stories where they take advantage of people and will basically not give them the fair market value of what their home is worth. Right? I believe that sometimes they do it on purpose because they want to make money. That's really, I understand. But I'm so grateful that he did find you guys and you guys were reasonable and gave him an offer that he was satisfied with and he can move on with his transition. You also helped him find his reconnect with his previous facility that he was at. And so the transition to his new home is in place now, and so he's really happy. Thank you so much for taking care of that, and I appreciate it. We're far away from him, and so I'm glad that you did not take advantage of him, and very instrumental and helpful in this process for him, so he can move on to the next phase of his life.
I'm really, really happy that everything worked out.
Well, so are we.
Yeah.